Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. I am back, and I need to talk about August Yu-Gi-Oh! News. It actually looks to be a rather slow month of news overall, but I do think there's a lot that we can look at, and I actually think looking at a lot of the patterns that have been going on with Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets over the last year or so, we can actually almost put pinpoint dates on certain products, or at least product reveals and releases. Which is really exciting, right? Because we can actually build a pretty cool timeline and calendar for when to expect a lot of our news. Plus, if you just want to stay up to date on all things like Yu-Gi-Oh! News, what's around the corner, being ready for all that stuff, this will be a really clean template for that, because I'm even going to show you a calendar of the exact days where I expect most things to come. And most of them aren't going to be perfect. Some of them are going to be guesstimations where I'm this day I think makes sense based on what we saw last time around. But obviously Konami can tweak that and move stuff a couple days, but I do expect to be within a week on most of these reveals. So I still think it's pretty useful in the long run anyway. But anyway, let's get into this stuff. There's only a handful of products really that are even things right now. There's at least for the OCG, there's only 4 different products that are really on the horizon right now for Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is relatively low. It's been a lower year for sets, but we're going to talk about some patterns. First off, V-Jump promo. This one isn't even crazy. This one they tell us about every single time. They reveal whatever the V-Jump promo is midway through a month, and then they say at the beginning of next month, you will get the actual effects and actually find out what the card does. So we already have a date on this. First week of August, we're going to get whatever this card is revealed. This is supposed to be, I guess, a card for Shark's little sister. We'll see. Hopefully it's just good. Maybe it's good in Sharks. Maybe it's good in Atlantean Mermaids. Hopefully it pairs with those water support decks that have been already getting support right now and make them even better, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up, you move to the core set. This should be pretty big news, but the weird thing with core sets is, honestly, other than the actual cover reveal and first cover support wave, the rest of it's going to be a crapshoot. But as far as seeing that go, you will see a cool little thing here. So that I think Konami's actually been jumping into the next core set reveals a little bit sooner as of late. So Infinite Forbidden, the last 2 core sets ago, basically for the OCG now, came out for them on April 27th. Rage of the Abyss came out for them July 27th, so same day of the month, which makes this even easier. Well, the next core set, Rage of the Abyss for the OCG, their cover reveal and first wave of support for the Shark stuff was barely 2 weeks later, in May 13th, right? So I do expect that Supreme Darkness is going to get its first reveal, whatever the core support is, whether it's Evil Heroes, whatever, you name it. I do expect that to be the week of, August 12th to 15th. One of those days makes the most sense to me, because I think that's Monday through Thursday. One of those days makes sense to me, whatever day they want to pick out of that week. But again, barely 2 weeks away, which is very exciting that we're going to kind of jump into the beginning of Supreme Darkness pretty quickly here. Next up, you move to the next pattern here, and this is where you're really going to start to see some of these products get kind of crazy in how similar they are. So look at these dates on them, right? So we didn't get a deck build pack at the beginning of this year. It's only the end, which means the last deck build pack came last year. And the dates on these are almost identical. Look at these. So these products are coming out, full product coming out in the OCG on August 26th last year, August 24th this year. The day that they revealed the theme, so that the day they revealed a picture of each theme and a quick little description, June 13th last year, June 14th this year. Again, 1 day off. It's crazy. And then as far as revealing the first archetype, Memento was on July 9th, Rizael, July 10th. 1 day off. It's honestly insane. So when you go to look at the rest here, the reason these are in red is because none of these have happened yet, so we don't have any of them confirmed. But looking at the rest of these and the day of the week they revealed them and all that stuff, that I do expect these to be pretty close, expectations on some of these days. So Longua, early August, Malice a week later, and then the final reveals, they go literally, if you look at Valiant Smashers, they literally go Wednesday. It's the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd. Every single week they reveal one more. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing. 7th, 14th, 21st. Go from there. So the only thing to be a question is the Rizael card, because 8/7 is the same day that they've already confirmed that they're revealing the V-Jump promo. So maybe they move the Rizael one to the 6th or the 8th instead. That way they don't just double up and pull interest away from each other. But yeah, honestly, the dates are crazy, and they only continue, right? So again, last year, we haven't got an early structure deck this year, so the last structure deck we can look at is Fire King structure deck R from last year. Look at these dates again, 2 days off, right? September 9th is the day that came out last year. September 7th is the day that is coming out this year. The day that the first 4 cards are revealed for the structure deck last year, July 10th. This year, July 10th, the exact same day. That's so crazy to me. And then even from there, again, like, these are unknown just yet, but I don't expect them to be too far off. Like, if this is 8-7, 8-5, sure. If this is September 5th, 9-3, right? Like, I don't expect these to be too far off. These dates are so close that I expect these to be very, very similar in terms of, like, the timeline that they choose to reveal them on. And then the final one here is Terminal World. Again, pretty crazy. Last year released on November 25th. This year, November 23rd. And similarly, they started by revealing Infernoid and Ice Barrier, which were the 2 archetypes already confirmed for the set. They revealed them both on September 15th. So this year, I expect them to do the same thing. Fabled and Jirax already confirmed September 13th. And then as far as the 3rd and 4th theme, like, basically on the same timeline, just like 2 days prior. Basically, that way the days match up. Now, these are a little bit further. I know we're talking mostly about August here, but I figured I'd put these out there just because this is really the only other product that we even know about. So, like, why not talk about it as well, even though everything else is mostly going to be August, but still. And so I think this is like a really, really clean visual representation that people can kind of take and use to kind of like get a more accurate like visual representation of everything that's coming. So August in general, right, to make it a little more clean, right, I do expect in one of the first couple days of August for us to get the second deck build pack archetype to be released or revealed, everything but one card. I don't know if it's going to be Malice or Longua as the first archetype, so these could be swapped, and same thing down here, but it just depends, right? So whichever one it is, it could be swapped, but I do expect one of them to be very early, and then the next week, basically at about the exact same time, I do expect the next one to be released. Now before that, again, still in that first week of August, I do expect to see the next 3 cards for the Blue Eyes structure deck revealed. That's going to be really exciting. These, I mean, the first 4 cards already looked really promising. If the next 3 are promising too, I mean, Blue Eyes could be legitimately walking towards competitive play. We'll see, but yeah. And then in the middle of the week, we already know the Vigilant promo is definitely coming on the 7th. We already talked about how this Rise Ale card could be the 8th, could be the 6th. They could move it over a day, but I do expect to see that final card. It should be a spell card as well, just a little extra info. Supreme Darkness, first reveal. I do expect this could be anywhere from the 12th through the 15th, in my opinion. It could be anywhere in here. I'm guessing the 12th just because it matches up even cleaner with the reveal last core set, but yep, makes sense. The final Longua card, the final Malice card, just like I said, these could be swapped based on which archetype they reveal first. And then you get to the final week of August, which a lot of people are already eyeballing, especially mostly for the TCG specifically, not just future news stuff. Because of the ban list, right? Konami already said at the end of August we'll be getting a ban list once they see exactly how Infinite Forbidden affects the format. A lot of people are hoping for this to be the most impactful ban list we've seen in a while, just because they already pushed it back an extra month and a half, so it's a very long wait for one. Plus, we're post-Worlds, post-Nationals, so you know what I mean? Konami, it's a good point for Konami to kind of, you know what, let's hit a bunch of stuff. Let's really try to reset the format and move forward with a new format. That would be really cool. A lot of people are definitely going to be looking forward to that. And then even if you want to go to the next step, even post-August, just a list of a couple of things coming in September and beyond. Blue Eyes, the final card should come that first week right before the set comes out. Keep in mind, for Fire Kings, their final card was Ponix. Ponix is what like put that structure deck on the map. If Ponix was not in that structure deck, that deck would never have seen play, like hardly at all. But because Ponix was in there, it was the best card in the structure deck. It really helped the deck take off. Similarly here, don't count the structure deck out until you see the final card. It could be the best card in the set. I also expect the new shark card. I didn't even have that listed before, but something interesting that Konami's been doing is after a core set gets like a cover support, whatever it is. We got Yubel, then we got the new like Yugi Shining Sarcophagus archetype, then the Millennium Exodia archetype. After they get their core set support, they get one more mini wave in the next core set. They've done it every archetype for every single time for like 3 or 4 sets now in a row, which means theoretically Sharks should be up for Supreme Darkness, and that's really exciting because I actually already think Sharks are cool. I actually plan on messing around with them. And so it should be one of the earlier reveals I would expect, and so that first week of September makes a lot of sense to me based on the timeline. So yeah. And then the Terminal World 2 stuff. We already went over this, right? The Fabled and Drax stuff in the middle. Then the third theme beginning-ish of October. And then the fourth theme beginning of November. Makes a lot of sense. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing too crazy there. But I just feel like this is a really clean way to kind of give you a visual representation of a month that I actually expect to be one of the slower months of the year in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! News. But there is still some pretty exciting stuff, all things considered. It looks like most weeks will have somewhere between 1 to 3 things in terms of reveals, so that's still plenty of room for hype, especially leading up to the ban list, which could completely reset the format and basically make for like infinite excitement for the next month plus, for sure. But we'll have to wait and see until that actually comes out. But anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you want to see more videos like this down the line, I could technically make a video like this every single month, basically. Every time we get towards the end of a month, be like, you know what, let me look at the next month, and I can make a whole new timeline like this, showing you guys what I expect to come very, very soon. And hopefully give you guys a timeline you can work off of in terms of expectations and all that stuff on what you want to see and what you're looking forward to most in terms of getting revealed. But yeah, I'm out of here for today. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.